Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hyperfocus. It's time to focus up. Whoop.
I'm here.
So how do we feel?
Pretty good. Episode 27, our theoretical 1-year anniversary episode.
Zealous was trying to make a joke when they encountered Rokain at the door to Bob's shop. It did not go well.
No, it was super awkward.
And then Egan, wasn't there for your first meeting, so he couldn't be like, and you weren't shirtless and wet this time at least. Because I wanted to make that reference. It's like, Egan wasn't there for that.
You might have been seen Zealous shirtless because he was still shirtless and
Yeah.
wet.
No,
we got the full
he didn't know exactly how all your first meet went.
That's fair.
He was still in shock of his own life
That's fair.
that he almost lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty normal that Zealous tries to joke with Rokain and then it just
goes over like a lead fucking balloon.
Yeah.
Again, he's just in a mood.
He's in a weird ass mood.
But he's always in a mood, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in a
just-
lot of weird ass moods.
Yeah. And it's gonna suck because you guys are going in there and the item that, you had your eye on is gone.
Yeah.
And he kind of wanted to give it as a gift, well, surprisingly explaining what he's been feeling to
The
dad.
Yeah. No, it's fair. And Egan's not going to push it, because y'all went in together on the amulet. So he's like, if you're like, yeah, I just went ahead and got it, it'd be like, okay. And he's concerned, but he's not going to, grill you then and there. Well, what'd you trade for it? What is it? Just like, I wasn't expecting that. Thanks, Rokain. And it's something that, especially given the mood Rokain's clearly in, it's like, we can discuss this later.
So, yeah. He wants to at least open up and talk to you about it at most, because you have been the one to, not saying you've also been are you okay and whatnot. It's just he's got more. He's still angry at you.
Yeah.
There's just a natural friction between Zealous and Rokain. Yes, more on Rokain's side than anything, but it's hard to feel like you want to open up to this person that bugs the shit out of you 50% of the time.
He doesn't want to be angry with you. He is.
I'm just a convenient target for your anger.
Yeah.
And I think, again, when I wrote that note, it was a lot of, he's coming to that conclusion of he's just mad at himself. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't know why yet.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of internalized anger, but the only thing right now, he's still coming to terms with accepting that. So it's easy to lash out on Zealous, who is his complete and utter opposite. So obviously that's what's wrong here. Yep. You're not doing things how you're supposed to, so that's why everything's wrong. Yeah. It's an easy... Yes, lash out to an outside force so he's not mad at himself. Same with how he was with Caxus when it was the whole Kursai thing after the prologue.
Yeah. But Zealous has just been an easy target for the anger for a lot longer. Mm-hmm. So then after a point, I think you kind of default into anger because you felt it so much and everything.
Yeah. I just love that I took that note down and then all of a sudden it just gets worse with after the dream. And then the note, I'm like, damn.
It's like he's, coming out of his stupor. For so long, Rokain's been like, this is how things are, and that's how they go, and that's how I do things. And now his whole world's been turned on its head, and he's trying to reconciling those feelings and living in the real world where there is no plan. Laugh at your plan. What's the old snart line?
Make a plan.
Follow the plan. The plan goes completely off the rails. Throw away the plan. That's how the real world works.
And
make the plan. Execute the plan. Plan goes off the rails. Throw away the plan.
Yeah. So a lot of it is his old life. He was used to having this. I've again lost my words.
There was an expectation, and there were guardrails effectively keeping you on that path.
He basically had he did not really the same thing every day, but there was some sort of routine that kept him sane.
I like what Cody said with guardrails.
Yeah, guardrails
kept you from going in the gutters.
Yeah. And now that you've removed his guardrails and his training wheels,
he's just trying to figure out how to bike down a mountain path when he hadn't even gotten the sidewalk down yet.
Like I said, it sounds like Rokain needs to take up journaling some more.
Yeah.
That seems to be helpful to him.
And I think I plan on writing it more in a journal format, and then I can pass that off, and that can be
something.
scanned and used for later if people want to read through and whatnot. Because I don't think I'm going to explain every single thing that he writes in that journal.
No, you don't have to.
And you don't have to explain it. It doesn't have to be like here's what he wrote and this was my thought process behind it. It is Rokain's journal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need to know for gem purposes.
Yeah, I'll
the
at
thought
least
processes
share
behind them.
the quick little thought that made me write down the note. That way I can go back and actually write it.
Yeah. I will say, I did not in any way intend you all to spend the entire episode in the inn.
You give the RP heavy table ample time to RP. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
And again, you gave us Lucky's story. And so, yeah, we obviously have to check in and be like, thanks, Bob, for that. And then what else is new here? And it happened. It was a shopping episode. It was a shopping episode and a lore dump episode, and it's fine.
It went by a lot faster than I thought it. It felt like it felt like we'd just gone like through half of the episode, and then all of a sudden we're done.
How did we feel about the story?
It's another one of those more questions than answers and concerns.
I'm feeling vindicated, saying maybe we shouldn't be using the icon.
Why do you feel vindicated? They just didn't want to use it. We still have no clear-cut view on they shouldn't have.
Well, I don't know if they're saying we shouldn't use it. That seems pretty obvious. That shouldn't be done. You know.
You want to know the part that bothered Rokain more?
What?
How kind and close they were.
Who?
Just the group.
Just the group. That's what fucked with him the most after I wrote that note, is like they're working together, like, yeah, like one of them was like, don't use that on me, rude, but then like, there was that,
that soft affection there of he did appreciate them looking out for him.
So it's like, oh, they do kind of hate each other, and it's like, oh no, they don't.
No, this is a family, and that's how families react to each other.
And that's so
foreign
abnormal.
to Rokain.
Yeah, and he feels very outside of the group now because of that.
Because his thought was, don't waste things like that. Oh, you didn't actually mean it. But you shouldn't waste something like that on something small. He's still on that very tactical, pragmatic mindset, not I do things for the people I care about because I care about them. He's learning.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It just hurts. This type of learning hurts.
Maybe, too, kind of a realization, like, I was trying to be lucky, and, oh my god, this is how lucky is. And that's not what I've been acting.
Yeah.
Like, you knew he was protective up until this point, but you see, like, how you've been of, we use this thing even if we shouldn't for the good of my family to protect them.
It's a protective, not in a strategic way. It's protective in an I actually care about these people and concerned
I fight with
way.
my heart, not my head.
Yeah. So it's just a different type of protection than maybe what Rokain was expecting. Because he's always had very logical stuff, because that's what kind of his parents and his life enforced on him, is everything needs to have these logical steps. So logically, as a protector, I do these logical things, but this is, I'm a protector, but I'm doing this, as Cody said, with my heart, and doing it based on emotions and feelings.
So, one of my favorite parts was coming up with a nickname for everyone.
How Bob names them. Yes.
Yeah.
Wisp, Tiny, Scowl.
Who do we think everybody is? Like, I know I dropped at least one name of, like, I named Scowl.
Yeah, Scowl is Azuna. Fire, obviously, Droxen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Purple, I believe, is Yinsik. Tiny is Arston. Wisp is the
Hiss.
Thank you. The Genasi, yeah. And then we know Lucky is Lucky. So, Glam, I do think, is Echo / Caxus's ancestor.
I had a feeling it was Caxus's ancestor.
Yeah, that might have also become Echo at some point, too.
That's true, yeah.
Well, Echo is not a person. Echo is a conglomeration of memories.
Exactly, but they might have been based out of Glam's memories as the
start.
Yeah. A thought form from Glam, basically. So, that's who... I don't know who Evil Prick is right now, but that's who I'm guessing on the heroes and everything.
An evil prick might not come up for us.
Yeah. And again,
Hopefully.
Evil Prick could just be their baddie of the moment.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know who evil prick is.
Yeah. This is obviously before they did something to Yin 6. Whatever fucking thing they did to
Whatever
Yin 6.
happened to Yin 6 that wiped her from the fucking everything.
Or
she
Glam
exploded.
already admits in here that I'll have to change a few details. Like, okay, so you're not writing down things.
Properly.
Yeah. Unbiased.
They're being a proper bard and making a good story, not the truth. Not a historian.
Yeah. I mean, not even necessarily a good story, but a favorable story probably
Yeah.
to the heroes.
Yeah.
Versus the truth. So, yep. So after you did whatever to Yin 6, you went back and scrubbed everything about her.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rokain still feels the same about the Ichor powers of just using it. Like,
As necessary.
yeah. If we have it, we might as well use it.
I can see where you get that, but I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's still vindicated of they didn't really want to use it either. They didn't think it was a good idea to use it either. Even if they did and they kept doing it, we see that little bit of them saying, no, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing that.
And as per always, Egan and I are in the middle.
It's just, if it's between life or death, we might as well keep using it. Like, it may not be a good power, but it's a power nonetheless.
Yeah. That starts the slippery slope so easily.
That might cause Rokain to become a villain later. We don't know yet.
Yep.
It'll be fine.
So fine. So very fine. Yep.
And I'm trying not to let, after putting it down in words, how many of the last rows for the blanket have been happy and surprised. I'm trying not to let that sway me on choosing a color. But
happy surprise, happy surprise.
so many bright violet and teal. And again, it doesn't help that happy also encompasses a lot of neutral. So that one gets like twice as many.
Yeah.
And this
Neutrarilla should have been separate.
I know it was mainly Rokain, but,
apathy is not
angry.
really an emotion, though. So neutrality is not really an emotion, so they didn't include it on the emotion wheel. It just defaults to the content.
Yeah.
But so I'm thinking between bad for just overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. Surprised for perplexed. And then happy for like curious and inquisitive, and there's a lot going on.
I feel like overwhelmed was the theme of
A lot of people.
this episode.
It was definitely overwhelming getting all the information for us. No, maybe not as much for, Grolin getting the whole story.
And the one right below, like the sub or the bigger umbrella for overwhelmed is also stressed, and I feel like everyone's kind of stressed.
Then,
Both figuring out what we can give to Bob to get things, but also learning this story, moving forward. Corin's stressed, understandably, because they thought we abandoned them, and then they're like, I'm dying, please hurry. Mortals need sleep, that's weird, but like, I'm dying.
I would say surprised, personally.
I like overwhelmed.
But that's not the category.
No,
Oh.
bad. Bad is the category.
bad. Okay.
But it encompasses.
Yeah, it bad is the
Overwhelmed.
umbrella.
I know. But I'm just saying mine would go to surprise versus bad.
Because, with bad, it's stressed and overwhelmed, and surprised, it's confused and perplexed.
No, I will say in the story, I slid in a few things, and it's interesting to see what you focus on and what you miss.
It's definitely something I'm going to have to reread that a little closer later.
yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to, since I'm between surprised and bad again, because I was between surprised and bad for episode 26, I think I'm going to go with bad for 27, and it kind of just, both of those kind of encompass both of them, because I hadn't decided fully which one I was going to go for 26. Right now I had it down as surprised, but
Okay.
I think 27 will go with bad. It's all been weird and confusing for the past couple episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helpful, but weird.
Yeah. Bob writes in an interesting way.
It's very stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
I will say, I think my favorite thing was Scowl assures and runs off with a determined scowl now. It's still serious, though.
Still scowling.
And just the little dog that says wolf and whatever the dog is in the story. Some weird dog thing. But
Which might be Arston's shadow wolf thing, shadow dog thing, since
Maybe.
he is a shadow sorcerer as well as warlock.
no, he's not a shadow sorcerer.
Is he not a shadow sorcerer?
No, he's a rogue and warlock.
Right, rogue. I don't know what I'm talking about then.
Well, then it could be his warlock, like if he had a
As
patron
familiar or
thing,
something, yeah. So,
Could have been Droxen wild-shaped.
isn't Droxen there?
Yeah, she had fire hands.
Yeah, but
That's true.
they
That was
were
in a
skipping
different
around.
scene.
Yeah.
Beforehand, it was the scene changes, lots of fighting, loud noises, big crashes, magic swords, a weird dog, more magic. And then in the different scene, it had Droxen with the fire in her hands.
That's
So
true.
it could have been a wild shaped Droxen.
Or it could be something else entirely.
And then we still don't know much about Azuna or Yen Six,
Yeah.
honestly. So it could be
Even
something of
Wisp.
one of theirs or Wisp.
Hiss, sorry.
Hiss, yes.
Wisp is a nickname now.
Knowing. It's like, I know above board we know Wisp was a barbarian, so I doubt it's something Wisp related unless he just had a weird pet dog, but sorry, Hiss. Mubby.
Which is possible.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I enjoy Bob's picture though of Lucky on the first page.
Hero.
There's a little weird cat head.
Yeah, this is also an interesting first look for us as players of a sort of approximation of what these characters look like.
Yeah.
Because while I know Emery has either Baldur's Gate character built or Pit Crew built most of the ancestors, we have not gotten to see them.
Yeah.
Because just like a lot of our NPCs, if we have not met them in character above board, we don't get to know what they look like.
Yeah.
Which is fair. It's fun. So it's nice to see just like a little doodle approximation of what they look like. But yeah. So the letter was fun.
Oh, yeah. I was not expecting Bob to make a copy for each of us, honestly. Appreciate it, but not expecting that.
And just ran it through his little copy machine that he got.
He just made Dabo write it 4 times.
Damn.
But
He drew each picture.
yes. And then I do like that Rokain is having this question of his existential crisis.
Yeah.
And he's growing. And that's always nice to see.
I mean, he hasn't really stopped having an existential crisis.
But it's more's coming out of it.
It's
now.
it's
It's
building
not just
up.
him panicking now.
Yeah.
He's actually making steps to improve himself or do something different, whether
Yeah.
he acknowledges it's improving himself or just trying to change gears to make things work better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did also appreciate Egan and Growling getting their little heart-to-heart of, that fucking sucked, bro. You good? Yeah, I guess. Are you good? I guess. Like,
Yeah, like, what do you say? Like, yeah, it sucks. Thanks for checking in, like, genuinely, but...
but I don't know how to feel about it, but yeah. So there's not much to say other than, I don't know. Do you want to talk about the person you lost? Probably not, but like, I get it. I got the same gut punch or very similar gut punch. I'm sorry, man. Like, there's just something about having that empathy there instead of just the sympathy of, I literally know how you feel right now, my guy. I'm sorry. And then, Cody still feels validated and vindicated about fucking Calmira.
Still.
I knew that was a fucking weird cat, and she was.
Yay, weird cat.
Egan just feels weird about petting her now, but she seems to like it, so that's her prerogative. Like,
And again, yeah, sometimes she's more cat than
person in cat form. Probably not today, but next time they find themselves in inn, he might wild shape to kind of more talk to her.
Oh,
See
get
how that
Rokain to
goes.
talk to cat thing.
I was gonna say I can speak to cat. if
You
you'd
can
like.
speak to cat. That's up to you. That's
You just have to ask Rokain to do that, because...
Oh, yeah. It's one of those, it's not like I need to talk to her right now. It's just like, it'd be nice to kind of touch base with her.
Yeah. I do enjoy that this is 1 year anniversary, hopefully, episode, and then finally Mars gets tons of stones.
Mars gets
I
so
have
many
7
stones.
of both.
Nice.
I got 1 stone this whole time.
I thought you got 2.
Maybe 2. Still. Not many.
No.
I'm at 3 white stones right now.
Yeah. I got only 1 this time, but I have... Whoops, don't run away on me, Blackstone. I have 4 and 4 of both.
Yep, I have 7 of each.
But it's just, Rokain has
No, yeah.
not a lot, not all of a sudden stones.
Not a lot, and when he does, they're mostly black. So
Yeah.
him getting quite a few white ones this time was
Yeah,
nice.
I'm glad that I've evened it out. Like,
You're gonna get a lot of shit when you step on the stone next.
yeah.
You're not as much of a little bitch right now.
Might change. We'll see.
No, yeah.
You're a very balanced bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word for it. This man going through his fucking existential crisis and crisis of self and panic and mood swings out the goddamn wazoo. Yeah,
God,
real
seriously.
balanced. Might need to get you on some lithium, but anyway.
Rokain's mood swings have been very...
Very, very real high highs, real low lows.
Yep. Yep.
very frequent changes between the two of them.
With seemingly no reason. Just suddenly he's a different mood. It's like, okay, bud.
That's what happens when you don't learn emotional regulation.
I have no... I can't tell you what goes through. It's just, yeah, I'm angry. Oh, I'm sad. No, I'm angry at you. No, me. No. What's happening? Why? I hate this. Who am I?
What's going on? Yeah. Again, when you were raised not to feel your emotions, you don't know what to do with them when you start feeling them.
Yep.
Yep. And then when you're feeling them so much all at once, you're going to be ping-ponging all over it.
So what I'm hearing is the song reflection should be put on...
Mulan reflection?
Yeah.
Just making sure I know what we're talking about.
Should be put...
On Rokain's playlist. When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Well, not until you
He doesn't
figure it
know
out.
who he is inside yet. So.
Who is this elf I see?
Half staring straight.
Fuck you! Me.
Now the reflection shows him normal before it all happened.
I mean, there's even a line like, I'll never be the perfect daughter. Just perfect son, like...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I was about to say, he'll definitely never be a perfect daughter.
You know what? That's part of his problem. He hasn't realized he's trans.
Oh, he's an egg. Okay.
I'm an egg?
That's what a lot of people refer to trans people before they've come out. They haven't cracked yet.
I'm an egg.
That's just part of the emotional problems you haven't realized deep down inside yet.
It's okay.
I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
No.
He doesn't know anything about himself,
No.
really. He knows he likes one boy. That's about it. And even that,
he
he's
treated shitty.
who he treated real shitty.
Real shitty, yeah.
He knows he likes dragons.
Does he?
That's always seemed to be a pretty constant thing that does
I
not
don't
seem to
know.
be influenced by anything else.
Yeah.
But
Not
does
like
he like dragons, or does he like the idea of the freedom of dragons?
That still means you can like dragons.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that is
Maybe.
the representation of the freedom he
Yeah,
might.
the thought
And
process.
these beings aren't touched by our crazy society. There's just a freedom, and I want to go live with the dragons away from everything and not have responsibilities.
It's just hidden behind I want to,
Study.
study and get, make a connection between our kingdom and the dragon kingdom and stuff. Like, no, it's just, I want to be free.
I want to break free.
God damn it.
I love how we harmonized that.
But yeah. So I would say not a very productive episode, but it was. We learned a lot and also not a lot at the same time. Mm-hmm. But it will be nice to get out of in next episode, hopefully, and continue
if we don't
helping.
get out of in next episode, I will cry.
That's fair. And
It's fine.
Continue to help Corin.
Joke's on you. We won't even get out of the shop.
We're just going to live here forever. We live here now. Sorry,
Hey
Corin.
guys, it's been a great 1-year anniversary. I quit.
We just live here now. It can be someone else's problem. We just live in inn now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let's go pick up Caxus, and all 4 of us can just live here now. Help the next group after the world ends.
It's fine. We'll be safe here.
Y'all would not be able to keep Zealous in there.
Surprise! There's a pool in the basement.
Still wouldn't be able to keep him in there.
There's windows. You can look at the sun through there.
Still wouldn't be able to keep him in there. Nope.
Photosynthesize. All right, tie you up and throw you in the
There's
basement.
a little dog park. You could go on walkies.
Have
I can
Roland
feel
walk
his
you.
ADHD climbing the walls at these suggestions.
We can even ask if we can keep Grolin. Dabo's already pitched a job to him.
Yeah, there we go.
Just all of us live here now.
We live here. He gets a job. Boom. I somehow don't manage not to kill him.
Oh God, hopefully not.
That is a possibility for Growin, that after this adventure and learning what's at stake, he's like,
Maybe I do stay at N to help.
yeah.
Who knows?
That's his choice. I don't think he should do that, but
But that is his prerogative.
yep. Yeah.
Anything else we want to touch on?
No.
I had such a hard time, but so much fun writing that story. It's hard to get in Bob's mind frame, and then I'd be like, well, that's not good, and I'm like, and Bob's like, no, look, if you're gonna be me, just everything I'm thinking of, because I knew the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to tell it from Bob's perspective.
Yeah, I knew what battle Bob was seeing.
You just had to write it from Bob's perspective and
Yeah.
in Bob's way.
And yeah, little asides of like, I'm telling a story, but also it's weird is what it is. Not the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but weird. Real weird.
Because I imagine he was, like, I know he said Dabo's the one who put it under our door, but I picture him, like, proctoring it to Dabo, who's writing it down for him. So it's just like, I'm just taking notes while you talk, and just for you, whatever you say, I write down.
I do enjoy that we got the other halfling's name, Wendy, now.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially if we're going to be seeing these people somewhat frequently now.
Yeah, Wendy and Dabo.
Maybe one day we'll walk in when it's not nighttime and see Wendy first.
Maybe. Just we normally find in.
When we need rest.
Yeah.
I also feel like they're in a weird offset schedule, like midnight to noon and noon to midnight sort of thing, because we came in like the reasonable afternoon evening to get our room the first time we met Dabo.
That's true. Yeah, could
So
be that.
I think they work a middle to middle instead of like 8 to 8 and
Casually working 12 hours,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it seems to be those only two, so yeah, they get the
there might be
shitty
a secret
12-hour
third
shift.
option,
Yeah, granted, you know,
and they
it
work
doesn't
every
seem like
6
they get a
hours
lot.
or something. Yeah.
They're overworked and underpaid. We're going to start a strike for in.
They seem pretty chill, frankly.
Yeah.
Neither of them seem to complain, and it's not like they get. It's not like they have to work a lot. It's not often they get,
We'll learn the truth when Scrollin starts working there.
mythical heroes of old and just, yes, we have so much foot traffic. But it is interesting to think if, I know Bob's shop is wibbly wobbly timey wimey. I wonder if all of it is wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Do they get other heroes from other times, or are they more linear?
I say it's also
Good
wibbly wobbly,
question.
spacey wacy.
Yeah. So it's interesting to think about.
In
Wouldn't
is
it be-
an enigma?
Wouldn't it be hilarious? I'm ignoring that pun explicitly. Yes. If we were in and another hero from like 200 years ago just walked through.
Or even better, a hero from 200 years in the future. Oh my god, you're those hero? What the fuck did we do?
Oh no, now things might change because we know.
Kill him fast. Don't let him share his secrets. Or he comes in and is like, who the fuck are y'all?
That's
Great.
almost worse.
Yeah.
Comes in. You guys are the people who destroyed the world.
Oh
That doesn't sound very heroic. Oh no. Unless that was the
Spoke
only
too much.
option.
no! Where the fuck did you come from if we destroyed the world?
You're joining us.
From the post-apocalyptic civilization that still survived.
But that's also the question of like parallel universe. Like,
Oh god.
N is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Reflections.
You might have not heard of those heroes because they're not from our plane, effectively.
That's a good point. Could
Yep.
be. Could be different planes and stuff.
Timey-wimey, spacey-wamey. Wamey.
Wacy?
Wacy.
Spacey wacy.
Wibbly wobbly.
But yeah.
Scoop.
And maybe next episode, I'll actually be able to use my Egan token.
No!
If we get out of in.
We stay in forever.
I'm going to burn into the ground.
We're free!
I really don't feel like we've been in here that long. It was only part of
technically-
last episode and then all this time.
Yeah.
But still.
Yes, but another full episode of you guys just hanging out of an inn.
Not the most dynamic listening experience.
No, not at all.
Stop giving us so much roleplay opportunities.
As I said, there's going to be one big thing that might happen depending on how it plays out with Rokain and
Egan.
Egan.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think
I think that about rounds it up.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I'm very hungry.
Yes, it is lunchtime.
I want to unfocus.
Yeah, okay. Hey, everyone, you can disassociate now.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.